Republic TV bringing you live coverage straight from Gujarat of the last and final campaign blitzkrieg. Payal, you're there outside the Ambaji temple, huge crowds over there.
Well, of course, yes, big crowds over here. And about moments ago, the Prime Minister just took this particular route. You could see him, that he was on top of his car. In fact, the door, he was waving out to people. He was donning a yellow color kurta. And people were excited to see him as he walked into this particular lane right behind me, from where he will be making an entrance to the temple, which is through the VIP gate. A smiling Prime Minister waving out to people. People over here who are bystanders. A lot of them were excited to see the Prime Minister in their midst. The young and the old, both in fact standing here on the roads over here just as we speak. Clearly a huge moment for the people from here. They have been trying to catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister in their midst. अभी प्रधानमंत्री गुजरे हैं यहाँ पे, आपको हाथ दिखा
कहते हुए गए मंदिर के अंदर,
मंदिर में गए हैं मोदी.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
The Prime Minister is now, just as we speak. Right, so just as we speak now, the Prime Minister, we are told, has entered the premises of the temple. He's made an entry through the VIP gate, which is on the back side. This remains to be the front side, where, of course, people were allowed to go in. At least a short while ago, you can still see some people going in, which is very interesting, because we were told earlier that the premises would be vacated. 12:30 is when the temple opens up for the masses. The Prime Minister coming in here in time will be offering pujas. Will be offering his prayers over here. This is where the Prime Minister has come in after a long time. Remember, he's been in power of office of the Prime Minister for 3.5 years. He's not been able to come here. And this has been one of these most revered temples as far as he is concerned. We are told that this holds a lot of significance in terms of the emotional quotient with the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister is going to be extremely emotional, is what I'm getting told from my sources, saying that, this is a homecoming for him to a temple which is revered far and wide. After a long gap, I don't remember the last time that the Prime Minister really came here, but I know for a matter of fact that he has not come here since he's become the Prime Minister. So a very exciting campaign will come to an end. Obviously, the Prime Minister will be rushing through here because he'll have to go back to the, to the dam where Priyanka is on standby, and then he'll go to Sabarmati, and there he's likely to address people over here, we are told. And all of this has to be done before 5 o'clock. When 5 o'clock, the campaign finally shuts for the second phase of elections. Extremely crucial times for the BJP. They have a lot at stake. They have their Asmita, which they call, at stake. They have the Vikas to look at, because they say that, Hu Chu Vikas and Hu Chu Gujarat, which means I am the Vikas and I am Gujarat. That's the kind of a connect that the BJP has been able to establish. It's a personalized rapport that the Prime Minister has been able to build. That has actually been the single-handed difference between the BJP and the Congress party. The Congress party has been rallying on the shoulders of Rahul Gandhi. But Rahul Gandhi, often many Gujarat people will tell you, is an outsider. He is not going to become the chief minister. He is not someone who has experience in terms of Gujarat. But even though Narendra Modi is now the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi, when he speaks about Gujarat, he speaks from experience. Experience in first-hand administration, experience of understanding the length and the breadth of the country, having, traveled not just the length and breadth of the country, but also having traveled worldwide, sort of brought pride to India. And that's something with the Gujaratis, I can tell you, take a lot of pride in, because they feel that Narendra Modi knows their state. He's been someone who's witnessed them through and through. He's seen them through various ups and downs. He's been looking at various development, the Seaplane being the latest one, the bullet train being something which the Modi government introduced towards the start of the campaigning for Gujarat, setting up the model, in fact making a various number of changes for the GST. A large part of those changes would be very, very crucial to Gujarat. So all of this really holding a lot of key. And more than anything else, when the Prime Minister walks into these rallies, addresses his people in Gujarati, tries to establish a personal connect and say that, wherever I've gone, even if I've gone to the smallest of places in Gujarat, I've been made to feel like it's a happy homecoming for a child. It's a happy homecoming for the son of the soil. And he's been connecting to people in that fashion. He says that my only job and task is to work for your benefit. I am sitting in Delhi, but I am still worried. I am still concerned for the people in Gujarat, and that's basically what my job is. He's taken pot shots at the opposition, saying that they only work for the family and the friends of family. He's also taken pot shot at Rahul Gandhi in particular, saying that time and again, when you question my benefits being extended for the industrialists, then he continues to count the various schemes, including Ujjwala, including the Swachh Bharat mission, etc., saying that these are aimed at the common man and not at anybody else. And what I can tell you, and I've been speaking to a lot of people, the most significant thing, the thing that he began, his campaigning with Gujarat, he said that Congress ne kyare पण Gujarat गम्यो નથી, Congress ने क्यारे पण गुजरात ने पसंद नहीं करे, which means that the Congress has never liked Gujarat, the Congress will never like Gujarat, the Congress will never do anything for Gujarat. Now, these are the sentiments that he connects with. So when he says that I've been trying to do what I can in my capacity to ensure the safety and security of people, to ensure that the soldiers are respected, and then, the action of the opposition party, in particular the Congress, that draws in a lot of, even that whole niche comment, the Republic TV exclusive breaking information, even that the Prime Minister on at least number of occasions made a mention of that, and it drew in a lot of strong response from the people.
Payal, stay with us. We also have Republic TV's executive editor Abhishek Kapoor joining us live as well. Abhishek Kapoor, after the Seaplane show, now it's the road show. Now the Prime Minister is inside the Ambaji temple. Last day of campaign blitzkrieg.
Well, absolutely. And how? The narrative is firmly back in the development domain with this exercise that has been carried out by Prime Minister of flying out of Ahmedabad from the Sabarmati riverfront in a seaplane and landing at the Roy Dam on the waters of the backwaters of the dam, and then this road show. So obviously, he would be projecting, be it the backwaters of the dam, which is Narmada waters, or the Sabarmati riverfront, a project close to his heart, or the waters in Sabarmati, the Narmada waters again, which came through Narmada main canal, all the backward linkages which made this project possible, in a way have carried the stamp of Narendra Modi's development plank. So on the last day of the campaign, while a roadshow was planned and denied subsequently by the Ahmedabad police, the Prime Minister has succeeded in flummoxing the Congress party and checkmating the Congress party on the last day, because Krishna, I can tell you, I'm speaking from a hotel in Ahmedabad where Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi is going to address a presser in a while. We have been blocked. Republic TV has been blocked from it because they believe that we could be asking questions which can make them uncomfortable. And that is the only tool left with them, blocking Republic TV and addressing press conferences, because so far as campaigning goes, they had no plan B for the roadshow that they had planned.
Right. Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor, stay with us. We're also now being joined by Republic TV's Deepti Sachdeva, who's on ground in Gujarat. Keep in mind, Republic coming to you live from 5 locations in Gujarat on the final day of the Gujarat campaign. Deepti, Prime Minister today taking center stage on the last day of campaigning, but Rahul Gandhi is set to speak soon.
Krishna, there is so much difference in the way these two leaders now are actually looking at this entire Gujarat campaign, because here's the Prime Minister only wanting to talk about development, pushing the narrative to development. And, I'll take this opportunity to again show our viewers who perhaps could not watch us earlier on the broadcast, because we are, putting out this broadcast from the Sabarmati riverfront. This, Krishna, is the heart of Ahmedabad. The heart of Ahmedabad is this river. Now, interestingly, where does the water in this river come in from? From the Narmada. Now, Narmada, remember, the Sardar Sarovar project was dedicated to the entire state by the Prime Minister on his 67th birthday. Again, the Prime Minister raked up the issue of the fact that, the Congress was stalling development. The Congress was against development.
Right, we seem to be having a bit of an audio issue with Deepti Sachdeva. Deepti, we're not able to hear you all right. I'm just going to take this back to Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor. Abhishek Kapoor, Prime Minister, is currently inside the Ambaji temple performing puja. It's a spectacle on the last day of campaigning, but the opposition, be it the Congress party or Hardik Patel, making sure that a narrative against it is built.
Well, obviously, the opposition would want that, and they have made best attempt at questioning the development narrative of the BJP. Question after question has been asked by Rahul Gandhi, 14 at last count. He has been crisscrossing the state in between temple hopping and trying to convince his electorate that BJP has not delivered. And in that context, today's project and this seaplane ride that the Prime Minister has taken, Krishna, in many ways brings the campaign back to the narrative that the BJP wanted the campaign to be fought on. It had got derailed with all the comments that came from Manishankar Iyer or the social media team of the Congress party, the Chaiwala comment, the Neech comment, the whole Pakistan thing at Manishankar Iyer residence. The campaign did become a free-for-all with all sorts of things coming in. With this project on the last day, Prime Minister owning up the development narrative, bringing the focus firmly back on it, and hoping that Congress party would find some answers. And if a press conference is one, it was expected that Congress would allow all media. First they said that the national media is not allowed, only the local media is allowed. Then they said Republic TV is not allowed. And it's interesting that the Republic TV boycott is in the context of we asking some tough questions, we doing some stories which have which have put the Congress on the defensive in the recent past. So obviously there is a caginess in the Congress party, and seems there is no plan B.
Right. Prime Minister Narendra Modi doing the aarti, the puja continuing at Ambaji temple, Abhishek, but also Rahul Gandhi's temple run has concluded today with the Jagannath temple visit in Ahmedabad, and after which he will be addressing the press conference soon.
In the Jamnagar Kutch Peninsula, and now he has ended it with this temple in Jagannath temple in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister, of course, also started with Ashapura temple in Kutch, is ending it with Ambaji, as the pictures show. So, you know, temple hopping, not as much as Rahul Gandhi has done, remains integral to campaign in Gujarat. It is essentially a very pronounced, polarized polity. But the fact is that in all this temple hopping, the development narrative had been lost. In between, we had the Chaiwala comment, we had the Neech comment, and other things like the Pakistan meeting at Manishankar Iyer residence. Now, though the temples remain, and typically every politician would want to connect with their electorate in whichever manner, and if a temple visit is one of them, why not?
Absolutely.
But ultimately, the answers have to come on what the leaders have delivered in terms of making lives better of the people, and that's where the development narrative kicks in. That's where the jousting has been taking place with the Congress party questioning that no development has taken place in the BJP regime of the last 22 years, and the BJP presenting its counter, capping it with this seaplane ride today by the Prime Minister from Ahmedabad to Ambaji. So it's clear that all sorts of things have gone into this campaign. In between, it became a free-for-all, and today, when it is being capped, both the parties trying to project their side in the best manner possible.
Right.
What people would see through in all this,
Abhishek,
we
in fact, we're getting visuals of the Congress party press conference that's set to begin any moment now, even as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is offering puja at the Ambaji temple. That puja is set to conclude. We are being joined live by Deepthi Sachdeva as well. Deepthi, we lost your line in between, but right now we are streaming live visuals of PM Modi's puja inside the Ambaji temple. The Congress press conference is about to begin any moment now.
Krishna, that I believe must have put on our screens, because on one side, Mr. was only talking today. He's flown via.
Right, we will reconnect with Deepthi again, but let's now take this across to Priyanka, who's been keeping vigil at the Dharavi Dam, where Prime Minister Modi landed with a seaplane and then took a ride, a roadshow to the Ambaji temple. Priyanka, the puja visuals are coming live of PM Modi inside the Ambaji temple. It's nearly done, after which he will be back at the Dharavi Dam to take the seaplane back to the Sabarmati riverfront.
Oh, well, yes, Krishna, because like you were saying, and Abhishek was also talking about this entire last few hours of campaign, how it had become a free-for-all in between, and now, of course, it's back on the plank of development that the BJP had been claiming that they want to fight this entire election on, because earlier as well, they had been talking about how the Congress is talking about caste politics, the Congress is talking about Alpesh, Jignesh and Hardik Patel, but BJP is only talking about development. The BJP is only going to be concerned about and only concentrating about development. But of course, the Congress had also in between had said that the BJP has lost its cause, BJP has lost its track. They're not talking about development anymore. But today we have Krishna, the Prime Minister, coming down with the seaplane from the Sabarmati River to the backwaters of the Dharavi Dam, here where we're standing. And today, again, this negative commentary from the Congress and Hardik Patel has also come back towards the Prime Minister, directed towards the Prime Minister, saying that this is making really personal comments about the Prime Minister, tweeting that picture of the Prime Minister, the seaplane, remember. So, of course, of course, and the optics cannot be missed out.